depending what kind of pie, I think has been a little better. And I gotta play the music.
I didn't know we had music.
Yeah, Zero wrote music for the show.
Oh yeah, this music. I forgot about it.
That's it. Welcome to the SideQuest, your weekly journey into the wonderful, wonderful world of video games, video game culture, and everything in between.
Any more of that theme, and we have to pay zero.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's 16 seconds of the rights.
Like Spotify, more than 30 seconds, and like that counts as a play.
Welcome to your favorite video game internet friends. I'm posting posts and tweeting and posting or whatever.
The poster's life.
I want to tell you, every time you start the show and then I get a blue sky notification, I'm like, what is that? I'm like, oh,
tagging you.
He just
tagging you. Let me go this way. All right. SideQuesting.com, SideQuesting TV on YouTube and Twitch. Hop into the Discord on SideQuesting.com and the Patreon. Help you
Patreon.
Speaking of Patreon, thank you to all of our Patreon people. The PPs. Thank you to all of our PPs. Thank you to our executive PP, Punkdified, PUNKDEFIED. Thank you to our producers, Zero the Prototype, Stefan, Cricket, Exaginous, and Jeff Grubb. I hung out with Exaginous this week, and I had my very first fried peanut butter sandwich. And it was phenomenal. We got together with Ben from SideQuest. So three of us local boys got together and had some good times. Is it over already? Zero says, is it over already? It's over. We have to pay you if it's the music goes any further. We all have to chip in. That's what the Patreon's for, just paying zero for the legal fees.
Can we go back to fried peanut butter? Is it just peanut butter bread and I assume
peanut butter and jelly bread, like a typical PB&J sandwich, and they drop it in the fryer.
Food.
Holy cow. Unbelievably good, dude.
Do you batter the sandwich?
The sandwich is great.
No, do you batter? Not is it better? Do you batter it?
Does it work with a peanut butter
alternative, like an almond butter or batter?
15 questions at once. I think I don't remember them battering. I think they just dipped that fucker into the into the juice, man. It was good. No, the podcast is just starting. Just starting. I don't know what kind of bread it was. Maybe it was white bread. I'm not sure. Whatever it was, tasted damn good. So yeah,
I love the idea. It has to have been breaded. There's no way you just dip a bread.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, I mean, so this is the thing.
Here's the hot dog sandwich.
Yeah, the peanut butter and the jelly would hold. So like, this is what's so curious is that I think that the sandwich would stay together.
You can turn it into like an Uncrustables.
I don't like. Imagine for a moment fried white bread. This doesn't sound good.
Listen, I understand fried white bread.
That's his nickname, Sam Fried White Bread.
And I can also tell you that like it wouldn't shock me. The thing I'm more concerned of is, does it count as breaded if something like white bread is involved, because it's still technically breaded.
It's technically.
I didn't consider this.
Yeah, it's technically deep fried peanut butter and jelly. It's not.
Yeah, it's true.
Listen, we get deep fried Oreos at the carnivals up here too, but they batter them shits.
We have deep fried ice cream.
They don't.
Brother.
It feels like there's a couple different variations, because I see some that looks like, because I've Googled it, I see some that looks like a sandwich, some that looks like just like balls, like it's takoyaki or something. Some that look like Uncrustables.
Be an adult and just get a funnel cake. Just go full dessert, deep fried.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it, Sam. The next time you're up here for the next Pool Quest or whatever, I'm going to take you there.
I'm not a peanut butter and jelly guy is the problem. Unless they have other.
I'm not either.
Empanadas, like I
trust me. I'm not either. This was sick.
I haven't had peanut butter or peanut stuff in like 3 years because my daughter's allergic. So like I have to stay away from it. I do wonder if it would work with like an almond butter or something though. Or
local arcade.
Those
Could you have
Almond
a
butter does
Nutella?
taste like ass, so I would avoid that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you're never going to have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in your home again. So
Local
Um,
local arcade has a grilled peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's about as close as I've gotten.
Okay. Okay. There's good stuff out there. There's definitely good stuff out there. All right. Hope
You know
y'all
what else is
had a-
good? Video games.
Video games. Thank you for
Well,
moving us along.
Fried video games.
Fried video games. We're gonna get into a little bit of news, and then we're gonna get into what we've been playing as per usual. So, loved this first bit of news, which I thought was just really funny because there's so much hype behind this game, and then it has fizzled out. And it riots 2XKO DC.
Yeah.
Was it DCXO, DCX, whatever that has already outlasted 2XKO.
Deco.
And it hasn't even yet.
Multiverses?
No, DC Universe Online.
Oh,
DC Universe Online. Multiverses lasted longer than 2XKO. And I know, like, there's the funny thing with fighting games, from my standpoint, is that there's always so much hype from like the fighting game, typically from the fighting game community, not the rest of it. Like the majority of the masses are like, okay, cool, new fighting game, let's check it out. The fighting game community will throw their weight behind this.
Yeah.
Avatar Legends, the Nickelodeon game, DC Multiverse, and those games never catch on because they're so entrenched. Like they're great mechanics, great all kinds of stuff, but they're so entrenched. I feel that they never actually never land those punches the way they should.
Well, here's the problem: is that the developers of these games expect too much.
Yes,
exactly.
A
million copies of any fighting game is a minor miracle if you're not Street Fighter. Yep. So, like,
like I love the stuff that like there are those what are like under night cross stitch back end upside down semicolon. Those games last forever. Because because they know they're not going to make like a bajillion sales. They're like, we sold 6 copies and perfect. That's it.
Yeah,
all you needed to do.
Yeah, Melty Blood knows full well that they've got legs just because they're going to be at every tournament for eternity.
I think one of the things for me is for this one, I never connected to it because I am not a League guy, and I don't know any of these characters. I know I watched Arcane. That was it. And so like this doesn't quite connect with me. I know like Taylor and a few other folks are bigger into League than I am. So as an outsider, this is not
Taylor
throwing
you Taylor like that, Taylor.
We're sending Taylor to Riot. No. But like I don't connect with character. Like for me, none of these were characters that I'm like. I know Street Fighter. I'm gonna hop into Street Fighter right away, no matter what Street Fighter game it is. But this wasn't my thing, but it just it's very hard right now for fighting games is kind of what I'm getting to. Like trying to nail land something has been difficult.
You say that, but then I think Marvel Tokon's gonna like sweep in a little bit whenever that's out.
About
the
is it out?
So here's the thing. What do you think by sweep? What does sweep mean to you?
I just think
that's when you're like that's when you hit down kick, down leg. Yeah,
exactly that.
Down leg kick.
So
first of all, this is a question for Tyler. So how about you guys shut the fuck up?
Shut up! You were making fun of my fried peanut butter. No, go ahead, Tyler.
I was trying to understand your fried peanut butter.
I just think it's gonna sell well. I think because it's Marvel, it has good style, and I've seen a lot of people that are hardcore fighting.
I'm gonna double down.
Taylor,
what does sell well mean to you?
Yeah,
I don't know. What does sell well for a fighting game? Whatever.
Taylor, don't expose how much this game has sold already to us.
Yeah.
I want to know, Tyler, what you think good sales numbers are for a fighting game.
I don't know.
I know
don't know.
Price is right.
Yeah, because I know how many
these
copies
numbers.
Tokon has sold.
We know these numbers,
and it's really good for a fighting game.
Out.
Yeah. It's really good for a fighting game. What?
Yeah. It's what, like 485,000 copies of Tokon have sold worldwide.
Okay.
Would they say 3,000 something in Japan or something?
In just
crazy?
Japan, yeah.
Which is not good. Like this is one of the worst. But
we're 17 points on Fantasy Critic though. So
there you go. There you go.
Okay. Well, it's a fighting game. It's like if you sell 500,000 copies, that's good for a fighting game.
And I'll say it for Marvel Tokon. I think this is probably the biggest thing against it is that it is a fighting game because I was really interested in it until they showed that it was a fighting game. It's like this is cool. I'm into anime Marvel bullshit. Sure, why not? But I'm not into fighting games, and that's something that scares me. So
that's all they do in animes.
Exactly.
I just picked up Tokon, by the way, so I'm gonna.
It's great.
Yeah,
I love Tokon.
I am curious to see how far that one does go.
It's really progressive to release a fighting game where you have to go in and change the controls yourself to make them make sense.
Yeah. Well, like the Avatar game, like nobody, I don't think that tracked at all on.
Well, you put out an Avatar fighting game as Avatar as a brand couldn't be its lowest point.
Yeah.
Like,
and Marvel as a brand is at one of its highest points with Spider-Man right now.
Spider-Man, Sony's highest grossing movie ever.
I'd have to think that helped. I'd have to think that helped.
I disagree. I don't think that Marvel is at a high point. I think that Spider-Man is at a high point.
Yeah.
And maybe
the Doomsday lead up.
Maybe I'm yelling into the void.
You are.
But,
I mean,
it's totally possible.
Doomsday is really going to determine if Marvel's at a high point in general. But yeah, Spider-Man is doing amazing right now.
Yeah.
Anything you put Spider-Man in is going to sell.
Yeah. How crazy is it? When's Doomsday come out?
December.
Yeah.
Imagine that shit hits and doesn't outperform Spider-Man.
Well,
it's already outperformed Spider-Man in pre-sales.
Yeah. Considerably.
Because tickets went on sale. So it's outperformed Spider-Man in pre-sales. But Spider-Man
buying tickets.
Yeah.
Brother, I got my tickets.
What you doing in December at this point? Why?
I don't
Hopefully being alive.
I don't live somewhere where I need to buy tickets this early to go see Spider-Man or Doomsday. So
Doomsday was like that theater. I bought tickets like minutes after they went live, and the majority of the theater was sold out.
Yeah, but what are you seeing on Thursday night?
Yeah.
Yep. I couldn't be me.
Zach got his Infinity Vision tickets, and it's the same screen that he always goes to.
That's what I got mine. Mine's Infinity Vision as well, which is
$5 more.
But
I didn't realize that was I didn't realize that was a new thing until I googled it.
It's not.
It's a certification.
It's not a new thing.
Yeah,
they're ISO 9000 certified. It's
what it is Disney being like, yo, check this shit out. I'm about to make you $5 more per ticket, AMC, and AMC's like, hell, fucking yes, let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. But anyways, 2XKO. Sorry. They're keeping they're going to keep the online going, but they're like just killing development from.
So I said this. I personally said. I mean, maybe I said it on the show. Maybe I didn't. I don't remember. But when the announcement came out that said that they were gutting the dev team, and then we're going to do a major rework of some of the core concepts of the game, I was like, well. That doesn't bode well.
Yeah.
And I got told by a few of my friends that played 2XKO, it's like, nah, you're overselling this. It's not that bad. And I'm like, I think you guys might be like too into it. But yeah, it's I don't know. You spend 9 years making a fighting game, and you were Riot, and you built that tweet that Zach posted has almost like poisoned my brain because I agreed with it so deeply. Of like Riot picked up a property and tried to innovate instead of iterate, and I'm like, shit, that's fucking so true. Because like all of their most successful things that they keep, which are League of Legends, Valorant, and Teamfight Tactics, are all iterate and perfect games, not innovate games. And if you need to know the analogs for those three, I'll spit them out, but I think it's mostly self-explanatory. So but it's too bad because it was a cool game.
It is.
So
hopefully it'll hopefully it inspires the next generation, or I don't know what you would say, but it is a bummer. It's always a bummer to see games like this and Highguard disappear after all those years of work.
Well, I mean, the good news is that just because more development's not happening doesn't mean the game doesn't.
True.
I mean, video games have historically had their development, especially fighting games, have historically had their development stopped, and they've kept going for 30 years. So whatever.
And we're still playing the original Street Fighter 2. So that could very well happen with this. I hope it does happen with this. The fighting game fan in me wants to be like, hey, I want to play this game in 2 years or whatever. I'll just hop online and find it on a Steam sale and get rocking or whatever, and get rocking. So
yeah, the next question is, the next announcement I will now be waiting for is when the servers go offline. So
yeah.
We will see.
We'll see. Speaking of servers, someone who will need to this made no sense. Dave Bautista is the new Kratos.
Yeah,
serving.
Where were you going with servers on this?
I don't know.
I would have at least gone with like the GTA 6 guy or something if you're going to go with.
Oh, that one's coming up.
Yeah, getting served papers or something. But no, we got
Dave Bautista. Actually, but Dave's good old hi Dave, SideQuesting fan of Dave. He is he's a noted gamer. He wanted to do the TV show for Gears of War.
He tried so hard
to do it.
And then the New Day got into Gears of War.
And then New Day got into Gears of War. Now New Day are debuting at AEW All In. But it's good. When was it Ryan Hurst got injured, and there people did not like that image on the right of Kratos dropping a turd. In the process,
but he posted like a selfie later, and people seem to like that a lot better.
Yeah,
bad promo image or what?
I think like promo images are always, they're just never done right.
Look weird sometimes.
They do because they're always overly trying to, especially for game stuff. They're almost always trying to
overly produced.
Thank you. But hey, I think it's a good poll. Sure, why not?
The photo that they chose of Dave is that movie sucked, and that's the photo we're picking for Dave.
Yeah, I know, right. But hey, cool. All right, let's go with it. Speaking of serving, Take-Two served papers to Discord and Reddit and all those other places in there. Witch hunt. It's a witch hunt for the GTA 6 leaker, who is not letting up, by the way.
No,
like they're on day 6. They're on day 6, 7 of dropping leaks.
He's got what was it? He says he's got a dead man switch that
floods the internet.
I almost go ahead.
I haven't been looking too close into it, but all I saw was like one screenshot of what was presumably the credits, and I'm like, okay, this is where we are now with this.
Yeah.
I almost wonder, like, weirdly, if like this is an inside job. Like it could the
leak came from inside the house.
Yeah, but no, I mean it's kind of weirdly
union guy.
Yeah, it could be just weird marketing, but no, it's not.
I think that's a really and there's a group of people that I'm sure will like be convinced that's it forever.
Yeah.
But those people are wrong because Take-Two's a PR monolith, and they want their specifically handcrafted timeline to be executed.
Yeah,
I can assure you.
I wonder. Well, we're now getting into Streisand effect territory with them because
Barbara.
I think that might be intentional. Like, I don't think at this point, like that they would again probably rather that the control be wrested away and be back in their hands. I don't think that they, but I have a feeling that somebody who is near the top is probably going like, all right, we're going to maximize on this in a way that, gives us as many PR cycles as possible for everybody to, again, continue to build hype for the release of Grand Theft Auto 6.
I also have to wonder how far-reaching the leaks really are, because a lot of this just comes from perpetually online.
Exactly. I mean, this is the part of the internet where I'm like, it can't be that far, and then somebody who I'm like, you have never spoken about games industry or anything at all is going to be like, oh, I saw this all over TikTok. I'd be like, you know what? I actually have no fucking clue what I'm talking about anymore. So I'll leave my humble play on that one too. That is probably way further than you think.
Yeah, because I definitely have kind of the same way of like, I feel like I'm very plugged in. Like I'm on Reddit. I'm on, all the gaming focused places. Like all I knew was that there were leaks. Like I've seen some news articles on it, and I saw that one screenshot of like the credits, and I wasn't even sure if it was real whenever I first saw it. And like, but the people that are really into GTA and are going to be like either seeking this out or gonna stumble upon it by accident do not use the internet the same way we do, which is weird to say for one of the biggest games of all time. But
that's exactly the reason why I think that is probably way further than you would
the people that re-enlisted in the military for 4 days off to play.
Well, and then I was actually going to pivot on the good news, all news is good news type thing into the then all of a sudden the military making the announcement about like you can get time off if you get.
Isn't it only 4 days?
Something like that.
4 days. Yeah, it's 4 days.
Yeah.
You get 4 days. In November or whatever.
That one's probably not as desired as far as the all news category being good news category is concerned, but
I could take 4 days off and I'm not in the military, so that's not the best deal in the world.
Yeah, is it this week that that they're having the thing, the showcase
Netflix thing,
the Netflix thing and the YouTube thing 6 hours later?
Yeah.
I mean, if anything,
That's
this is just
crazy.
It's just creating. There you go. Out there getting ready
for the hype cycle of the hype cycle for the hype cycle is has never been worse.
I have not paid. I am not a GTA guy. Yeah. I've not paid a single freaking attention to this except for I know it takes place in Miami-ish, in the Vice City-ish area, and there's apparently a biker and there's Florida Man in it. That's all I got. That's all I know. I'm okay. Like I'm not going to be day one purchaser of this.
It's so weird because what does any information mean about GTA?
It doesn't. It really doesn't.
It's Grand Theft Auto. It's kind of all the same thing except for like the story. But do the people that are really into Grand Theft Auto care that much about the story?
No, it's the same games. Folks, it's the same game since Vice City. And GTA, it's been the same game. It's just better visuals, and that's totally fine. Hot coffee, baby.
Like I'll admit, I played and finished GTA 5 because it came with my PlayStation 4 whenever we got it. It was like a bundle it came with it, and there was a point where I was like, if they released GTA 6, 3, maybe even 4 years after I finished 5, I would have been maybe a little excited for it. Any care that I have has completely died. I think I tried to replay GTA 5 and I couldn't get out of the tutorial where you just play as Franklin because I was just like, it's whatever.
I don't think very many people have actually finished any Grand Theft Auto game. I think that number of completing the games is probably pretty low, at least the newer games, because they are so expansive and people get them. They'll play the game, the campaign, they'll do some funny stuff, they'll hop online, do the online thing, and they'll live on the online aspect, which is massive. So I don't know the numbers, but I'm willing to put money on GTA bucks on people not having finished GTA.
I also probably just play games different than those people too, because you're right. I don't run around and blow a bunch of things up and get the cops to chase me and see how long I can survive.
Exactly.
I do the story.
Yeah. I'll put this in perspective. Everybody gets a guess here. How many weekly average million across all platforms does Grand Theft Auto Online have?
At least 6 million. I'm going to say 6 million.
Actually, we'll do total monthly.
Okay.
Whoa.
Monthly. Okay.
I'm going to say 22 million.
I mean, that's probably fair.
Yeah.
20 million's probably.
Yeah.
So it's it averages 8 to 10 and then routinely exceeds 20 depending on content patches. So
and GTA Online gets content
all the time.
Constantly.
Yeah. So I guess this is what I'm pointing out is that that's where obviously we're going to see a significantly more than 8 to 10, 20 million purchases of Grand Theft Auto 6, but but
GTA 6 doesn't launch with a multiplayer component.
No, it doesn't. But that doesn't matter. These people. So
let's make a guess now. How many millions do you think you're going to sell in that first week?
In the first week,
I don't even know.
I'm guessing 26 million, maybe.
Yeah. I was 25 to 30 million copies in that first week.
I love the GTA games. They're beautiful spectacles. They always do something.
So are your spectacles that you're wearing, JJ.
These are brand new. Thank you.
I mean, there's so the problem with GTA 2 is we're talking about the Pokemon effect too. It's the people that have been hyped, kids first time GTA are going to be very excited to be buying this. And so it's an entire new generation of
this is
people with purchasing power being able to buy GTA for a game that was still in the top 10 of sales for years. And it's not just because of the online stuff. Like, there are still people probably playing the PS3 thing, probably more than we're estimating.
Yep.
And that hasn't seen an update
on PlayStation
since
3.
like the PlayStation 4 version, and that's been dumped for years. So
there are people buying a PlayStation 5 Pro just for GTA 6, and like that's all they're going to play, and they'll probably sell it after.
Yeah. Sell your PlayStation 5 Pro because you can't sell that copy of GTA.
Right.
Let's see here. Let's move on to something not as big but should be as big, and that's Amnesia Fortnite 2026. God love the team at Double Fine.
They were the ones I was hoping would get out of that Microsoft.
Tim is. I've met Tim several times. Just the most laid back dude. By me, I'm not like I hung out with him or anything, but just the most laid back, nicest
I believe
person.
it if you hung out with him.
He's a sweetheart.
He's a sweetheart and willing to talk to everybody for as long as people are willing to talk to him. Like, he's very personable. And he was on Kind of Funny, our friends at Kind of Funny. Hi, Greg. And announced, hey, we're fully out. We got it. We did it, baby. And this is what we're doing. Amnesia Fortnite, the indie reboot. And it's basically their, as you can see here, Double Fine Productions game jam, documentary, Kickstarter campaign. They're going to have a game jam. I think this starts on the 31st. They're going to have that game jam. They're going to have, they're going to select games out of those to get the community to vote. And they're going to make kind of these they're going to select, four new prototypes going to come out of that. And then which of those are going to become like a real small game. And so I think it's a cool idea. I think it's, I loved Amnesia Fortnite. I've done it in the past. And it's just Double Fine. Double Fine is like top two developers for me, 2 or 3 developers. Just like the people are just, they're all kind over there, and the way they support indies with Day of the Devs, a bunch of other stuff, like it's great for them. So
I'm excited for the documentary portion too. Because like that, the Psych Odyssey is probably one of my like favorite documentaries, period, to the point where I think I might even like the documentary almost more than Psychonauts 2. I need to finish Psychonauts 2. It's still a good game. I'm not dissing Psychonauts 2, but like I found it like and just like started watching it like between stuff at work, and then like I immediately turned around to my wife and was like, "You have to watch this with me."
It's so good.
And then I turned around and I bought the Blu-ray after they released that. I'm like, yes. So give me more of these documentaries. It was so in depth and so interesting. I definitely want to hear what they have to say about Microsoft.
That was Psychonauts was Fig, right? That was that crowdfunding thing. Yeah.
Yep. When they did that.
So was the Intellivision Amico.
No, that's right. Yeah. Tommy Tallarico and the Amico. No, you know what? I always they also had Tim. They brought up the pitch for Brutal Legend 2 and how that kind of went nowhere. It was a really cool interview with Tim, with Tim of Legend over on.
And they're gonna be at PAX with an unannounced game.
They're gonna be at PAX. They're going to they're hosting a meetup. You can find out about all that fun stuff on SideQuesting.com's Ultimate PAX West party list. Definitely do that. And then for this next part, the rest of us are just gonna walk off. Tyler, it's all you. Disney debuts Kingdom Hearts 4, Coco trailer at D23. Sam and I skipped over this last week because we didn't need to go into 4 hours worth of conversation. But
I couldn't make it because it was a really my daughter would not go to sleep that night.
It's fine. So. But they debuted sort of the teaser, and feel free to read my little post. It's very heartfelt as to why this specific choice gets me all in for Kingdom Hearts 4. But they debuted the extended one. They had their whole showcase, and I'm gonna hit the play button here, and I will get immediately taken down by Disney. So go ahead.
Non-litigious Disney.
Yeah, non-litigious Disney.
So obviously the biggest thing is that we got our confirmation of our first Disney World, which is the main thing I was expecting from D23, because that's Disney's thing, and Disney's gonna show off like their stuff. And it's Coco, which is a really excellent choice given the themes of Kingdom Hearts 4 and Sora's situation and everything. I I had not watched Coco whenever they had announced this, but I have since watched it. Fantastic movie.
Coco has, I think JJ and I have talked about it. Coco and WALL-E are easily my two favorite Disney movies of all time.
They're all
timers. I ugly cry both of those every time. They're super meaningful. Coco especially, and I know like a lot of my friends of Mexican heritage have commented how happy they are about this news, and just because the movie is just utterly fantastic. So yeah. Sorry, continue.
It was the movie was really good. My wife was also ugly crying. I was just about there, but there's something about like when somebody else starts crying before me that stops me, because I'm like, I gotta take care of you.
Let me rephrase
strong for them.
I was beautiful crying, not ugly crying.
But no, and like I said, very appropriate with the themes. I think it's going to be a fun world to explore. Sora looks great with like his makeup and stuff like that. Trying to look like a skeleton. Then obviously we get some more Quadratum stuff. He saves a woman with a cat out of the bus. I just wanted to point that out. She's holding a cat when he pulls her out. I love that. More of the mobile game people, like Sora says all of them by name. We got Volley, who is one of Xehanort's upperclassmen from Dark Road, one of the mobile games. We've got Strelitzia, who is Marluxia's sister. And we've got Sigurd, who is meant to be a major character in the canceled Missing Link game. Also, we've got playable Mickey. This playable Mickey section was honestly probably one of my favorite parts of this. As it plays here, we'll go through it a little bit.
Paper Mickey.
As we were discussing before the show, I do hype up Kingdom Hearts' platforming quite a bit. I love Kingdom Hearts 1 and its platforming. JJ does not agree with me. I don't care. He's wrong. But this definitely looks like it maybe is kind of calling back to that, because I
just hope they don't call back too close.
Hey, they can do it better. They absolutely can.
They have the power.
They literally have to.
They literally have to.
They have the power. Hey, it has to be better than like Final Fantasy 13 simulator Kingdom Hearts 2, or like the progenitor to Final Fantasy 13, I should say. But 3 is getting
Kingdom
better
Hearts 2
with the exploration stuff. But I think 4 is going to be more interesting with Mickey running around with like the paper stuff. Also playable Donald and Goofy. And if you notice, if it ever rolls back around, but there's like a little symbol between their health bars, and I think we'll get a little bit of like on the fly character switching, almost like the Final Fantasy VII remake games. Which I think would be really fun. Yeah, exactly. We just zoom out and we see Goofy just like stumbling out onto the beach or something. And then of course we get Riku at the end. There's a lot of stuff to dig our teeth into whenever you know a lot about the lore. If you want to hear more, you can join our Discord. And Zach made a section, made like an inner thread for the main panel where this came to, and this kind of ended up just becoming the main
de facto Kingdom Hearts. Yeah.
Which if I had the power, I would rename it and just take out like the panel part and just have it be called Kingdom Hearts Deep Dive, because that's the perfect name. I should get Zach to do that later.
Yeah, we've done sections that are just specifically related to games. So we did the Final Fantasy 14 section for that. Was that still going up until like maybe 2 weeks ago? It seems like it in the FF14 area.
Possibly.
When Zach fell off of Final Fantasy 14,
Zach will delete a section once he's done with it, whether we're done with it or not. No, but it's it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm so glad that they made a character from Super Smash Brothers, giving them their own game.
Fortnite now
on Nintendo, a Nintendo character from Smash Brothers as
working with Disney.
We're working with Disney.
I love the you see the discourse all over the place that Epic couldn't afford to use the Mickey Mouse logo. That's why the chain on the Keyblade is a llama. And I'm like, do you know how absolutely batshit insane that makes you sound to think that that's the case?
Right.
Like, Nintendo, like Disney partially owns Epic. Like,
they all own each other in like weird, stupid ways.
There's lore. So, I understand. There's
it's
lore.
Literally Nomura being like, you can't do that. This is not a real Keyblade. They wouldn't even let Kirby wield an actual Keyblade.
Yeah.
So they said it's definitely coming out towards the end of next year.
Yeah. 100%.
Like Nomura was like
100%
down.
Yeah, he doubled down.
Because they had a whole panel where they had Nomura was a surprise at the panel actually because they had the co-director Tai Yasue, I think is his full name, and some Disney people, and Nomura was the surprise, and both of them were like 2027. It is absolutely happening. We are not going to slip from this date. I guess it's either like way further along than we think, or they really want to get in before before Sony's like physical thing, which maybe isn't like maybe they care about that. I know the fans care about that and are very happy, but I don't know how much.
I mean, it's still going to be available in physical on Switch too, so that'll be key card. But I think to be honest, I think Disney has a lot of timing effect on this as well. Like the game I think is really far enough along, but Disney obviously has their way of marketing things too, and with their and JJ is going to know a lot more than I will. I have a lot more thoughts, but I do feel like the way that they responded, because I was watching that stream too, the way that they responded was like, no, fuckers, we're done. We just have to wait. We have to wait because they got all this other Disney stuff going on, and we got the show coming out, and there's
that was the other side of the coin, was that they did announce a Kingdom Hearts show, which I did want to mention that as well. Thank you for reminding me because I was so hyped up on 4. But so they also announced a Kingdom Hearts series for Disney Channel and Disney Plus. It is going to be presumably an original story.
Was there a date for that one, or
no? There was no date. But the character people have pretty much identified is another character from the mobile games, another, I believe, upperclassman of Xehanort, whose name is escaping me right now. But it is probably either
fake fan.
I think art. Is it Baldur? Because they're all named after like Norse people, which is why it all blurs together for me. But there's the art there. Yoked as hell. He is very buff.
Look at those muscles. Look at those muscles. But it's going to be sort of a retelling-ish of the, it's not like it's not going to be like an in-universe thing. It sounded like it was supposed to be sort of not a retelling, but like a take on the Kingdom Hearts story for newer fans. So I'm sure there'll be people pissed off, which as always, it's always the case. But it'll be pretty cool to see the Kingdom Hearts story told in ways and animation.
I do think it's probably going to be either an adaptation of Dark Road, because they need to have some way to get these mobile games in front of the people that do not want to watch a YouTube cutscene compilation, which is kind of your only option at this point. Or it is going to be a fully original story, which I'm kind of more leaning toward, because this will be a weird character to like put at the forefront for a Dark Road adaptation, which is meant to star Xehanort whenever he is in school. Keyblade school, essentially. So and that makes sense for a series like this. Kingdom Hearts is very very well known for everything being canon, everything being related. You've got mobile games, you've got rhythm games, like you have to touch it all in order to really understand kind of what's going on. And the
overly complex for overly complex sake.
It's not that bad once you get into it, but the mobile games not being available anymore really kind of hurts it.
It's kind of still bad.
It's kind of still bad.
It makes sense at this point to just be like, now there's also a Disney Plus show to watch. I do wonder. They also said anime, and it looks very anime from this one shot we have. So I'm very interested to see what the studio is going to be.
I feel like
who's actually making it? Did they say it?
No, they have not said yet. They haven't said the studio.
Okay, that doesn't give me a lot of hope. I'm gonna be real. If it was good, they would have said it.
I feel like it's a. Go ahead, JJ.
No, part of me wonders, because they've, it could be any number of things with Disney, and Disney has been working with quite a bit of anime studios lately because of Star Wars Visions. They worked with every major studio.
Helgi, that's his name. Sorry.
Yeah. So like, it could be it's not like Disney has bad connections out there.
Oh yeah,
I was thinking about a Star Wars Visions style Kingdom Hearts series would be kind of sick.
Yeah,
Self-isolated stories in
like
universe.
you just throw in a fucking series of cuts of just random shit that has happened, and you kind of weave like a little tapestry of like cool stuff.
Each episode's a different studio telling a different thing that's happening.
So let me throw this at you. So Kingdom Hearts obviously is nowhere near as big of a fandom as Star Wars. You can do that with Star Wars. I don't think you can do that with Kingdom Hearts.
Well, okay,
because it's one of the $1 billion franchises.
It's not to start fights, Dally, or be offensive.
Just do it. Mean. Be mean. No, what I'm getting at is Disney wants, in my opinion, to draw more people into Kingdom Hearts. And so I don't think it's going to be a separate, like another aspect of canon. I think it really is going to be a new adaptation of the Kingdom Hearts story. Like here's the stuff that happens. They're doing it with One Piece. Netflix doing it with One Piece. Other companies do it with a bunch of other stuff. It's like, no, here's a version of Kingdom Hearts that's going to be fun. It's going to be on Disney Plus and on regular Disney TV. I think being on Disney TV is sort of a tell from my standpoint. It's like, hey, we want to get you guys. Here's how Sora becomes the Keyblade holder.
I think it's going to be
no.
I'm going to be honest. We're not going to see Sora.
If it was going to be that, their key image would feature anything resembling that. Okay. But their key image is a completely separate character.
It is a character that I still had to Google, even though I already knew his name and I'd forgotten about it. So like
Disney has officially acknowledged Kingdom Hearts as one of their like $7 or $9 billion franchises that they have. They know, and they know they can't just. They're not. And
Nomura has the keys to this crazy little bus. So like I do agree that maybe his Keyblade. So I do agree that Disney would probably want to try to have a new onboarding ramp, but I feel like Nomura still has enough power to say no.
God bless him.
I also feel like Disney also understands that the upcoming re-release of everything on the Switch 2 is going to be a pretty decent onboarding for Kingdom Hearts. So
and that I think that's going to help a lot, especially since it is coming to Switch 2. Yeah, I'd be surprised if we see, because now we're in full marketing mode for Kingdom Hearts 4, so we are probably going to. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another Disney World at Gamescom, maybe something smaller, but like I wouldn't be surprised if we get another quick little trailer of like, hey, this world is also going to be there.
You've got sure like 2 years, essentially a year and a half of marketing time. I could see this at Game Awards. I know that Games Opening Night Live is gonna focus on, and Tokyo Game Show apparently are focusing on PAX and Opening Night Live are focusing on Final Fantasy VII Revelation. Like that's been the PR that I've been getting.
They got a balance with Final Fantasy.
Yeah, so that's their big game for the early part of next year. Kingdom Hearts is a big game for. So I think we may see something like the next big thing. I'm guessing around Game Awards. I don't think you really need to do anything between now and then.
You're right.
You can start ramping up little by little.
I think Revelation is going to be at Gamescom. You're right. Because I did forget about them having to balance the two. Once Revelation is out, it's going to be full speed ahead.
Full on this. It's full on this. I think Square is going to be like, we're done with Final Fantasy. Stop pestering us. Let's focus on Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what the theme parks get.
Oh yeah. And then the other question is going to be, are they going to pull the trigger on Star Wars and or Marvel? I think if they are going to do one, they're probably going to do Star Wars.
I see Star Wars
over
over Marvel.
I can see.
Yeah. Star Wars has
already have Marvel with Big Hero 6 and 3. So
True.
It'd be funny if they put the actual Marvel Big Hero 6 in there. Like,
oh gosh, yeah. Well, that's it for the news. Let's get into some of the stuff we've been playing. I know Tyler, you really wanted to get to the Kingdom Hearts stuff. You got it.
Yes,
feel free to stick around as long as you'd like. We got.
I am going to dip because I have an embargoed game. I'm hopefully in the last few hours for, and I will talk.
He's
about
playing
that
Kingdom Hearts 4. Everybody, Kingdom Hearts 4. He got it.
There we go. It's in my hands.
There you go.
Whenever there's a Kingdom Hearts 4 leaker in a year or two, everybody's
it's gonna be Tyler. He's the Kingdom Hearts leaker.
Yeah.
Rock on. Well, we've got plenty of stuff to talk about. Let's start with we'll start with the group game, the one the four of us right here have been playing. We played on, was it Friday?
Friday night? Friday.
Mm-hmm. Don't even remember anymore. But so we've been playing Agent 64 Spies Never Die, which is the PlayStation 1 N64 inspired shooter that
you're really being nice by throwing the PlayStation 1 in there.
It's
extremely generous.
GoldenEye. You guys like GoldenEye? There you go. I'm just gonna say it right now.
The 64-bit inspired shooter.
Yeah, 64-bit. Agent 64. But you guys like classic games? Here you go. Right down to those goofy looking characters and big head mode and all that kind of fun stuff. But this essentially is that type of game with a campaign and multiplayer. We played some arena, and then we also played some co-op. So let's talk about it. Who wants to go first? I think the game is really like self-explanatory.
Who's played single player? Has anyone?
I played. Yeah.
I just played through the first mission, but I think you played the first two, JJ.
I've played through the first because it's cut into chapters.
Yeah, so, it is. Yeah.
So chapter 1, so the first 3 missions I've completed. And
it's what we played in co-op.
Yeah. It's GoldenEye. It's Perfect Dark. I mean, to a T. All the objectives are identical. The way the gun auto aims it's exactly that. You can, if you played GoldenEye and you just sit down and play this, you will have no problems just having the same feel. It moves the same. It
totally does.
It almost feels like it's on the exact same bones. All of the sound effects are
that was one thing we were noticing in our playthrough. Was wait a minute, are these these sound effects? The doors. So we started off playing arena mode.
Yeah.
And so that's, we can, I think up to 8 people can play. You can
we just got to be realistic here. GoldenEye isn't the same online.
Yeah.
That multiplayer just doesn't hit the same when you're not sitting next to the guy.
Yeah. And you can play.
Oh, I was going to say, we turned off the auto aim assist, and that seemed like a more interesting way to play it, just because it made it a little bit more difficult. Kind of made you use that
stop and aim.
Stop and aim, the stand still and aim, or hold and aim, or whatever they want to call it. So that I think that's interesting. We did, but we also used that in co-op or in the co-op missions too. But that blocked us from getting progress, even though we made it. Harder on ourselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it, but it does seem like something that you do have to have a group in mind to want to play it with. If you're looking to do a co-op, because they're even when we jumped in, I kind of looked into the online public browser server that was there while we were playing. I think there was 2 other matches, and one of them was full and the other one was password protected. So there's not much to jump in there, but if you have a group that wants to get into it and jump in, seems like a pretty good weekend game. Ran well on Steam Deck also.
And that's where I played
that's
it.
A requirement for all
decent
Steam Deck games.
I had the most fun playing co-op mode. I thought that was really fun. Well, it just, outside of the one hang up that we had where the AI character kind of broke.
Dana.
Freaking
Dana.
Which didn't help that 2 of us were also Dana, and the Dana.
The characters we chose.
I
loved, by the way, how it would switch from all 4 of us being unique characters, but the cinematic would still show that old dude, and then it would cut the 4 of us, and then cut back to the old dude. It's great.
Yeah, the game can't refuses to parse out that we are playing co-op mode. It's like, no, we're not making separate cutscenes.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, me too.
Okay me too.
I'm not mad at it.
So classic.
The only thing that kind of bummed me out was I kind of wish that saved my progress into the campaign, because some of those having to go back and play that mission again where we were escorting Dana around was kind of annoying.
Yeah,
because it's not
definitely
it's that mission plays out way more interesting with multiple people. Like, okay, you can protect, you go get the chains, you do all, because you can have people doing other objectives while you're focusing on a different objective, and so it's kind of it's a super interesting way of playing GoldenEye. So I enjoyed the co-op. I would love to do that again one
Same.
night.
I would play with you guys again for sure. And I know there's like I said, there is a couch co-op mode, which is pretty
right there.
Which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
And I can totally see myself getting together with buddies, with friends and playing literally in my house, in person, because they're core college memories for me. Was playing GoldenEye, Mario Kart 64, and Mario Party in a dorm room at my art school, and we would just rotate between those 3 games. And GoldenEye was perfect for that. Just everybody sit on the couch and playing. And this game seems like it's made for that.
I also think it's easier to do the multiplayer stuff on couch co-op, because you can all just kind of see the screen and pick and choose the things you want, not have to back all the way out and create a new private lobby with a brand new password.
That was the bad part. I think that was really the only thing that was an issue for me, was having to back all the way out and sometimes even create a whole new lobby just to get to change stuff around, like to go from change the level to turn assist on and off, things like that. Like we had to back all the way out. You couldn't just select things from the actual lobby area. So I think it's a design flaw that I know. Hey, maybe it was different back in the day, but there's some quality of life things that you can do now that I think would go quite a long way. But easy to control. And I loved just the swarms of the same enemy over and over again that would just stop and roll. Like all they did was either shoot or roll or get shot at. Like those are the 3 things that they did. It was totally fine. But you can still shoot guys in the dick, and that's always fun. So I enjoyed my time with it. I don't know if it's gonna win any awards or anything like that, but it's like you said, JJ, it's a good game to get together with people, play, and and then go to Coney Island afterwards. Get some good food. So Agent 64, good times. We'll play with you guys again eventually. Let's see here. I have been playing a couple games, kind of in the same genre. I like me some RPGs. I like me action RPGs, depending on the time that I have available. Turn-based stuff takes a lot longer for me. Typically, action RPGs I can get through a lot quicker. I've been playing 2 action RPGs. One is an old game. One is a new game. I'm gonna start with the old game. There was a game that released in 2011 that people may not have known, and I wrote this terrific little. Let me write this or play this. Let me get this note up here because I actually wrote a nice intro for this. Okay. So, do you guys remember Elder Scrolls Skyrim?
No.
Yes. Okay. Do you remember? Yes. Yeah. Do you remember Elrond Scrolls Celebrimbor? No. That's War in the North. That's the game that launched the same time. The Lord of the Rings War in the North, criminally overlooked, I guess you could say, when it launched because of the other game had way more folks talking about it at the time. So this is it was released, it was forgotten. It was a shame because it's actually kind of a decent game. Back then it was pretty decent, especially for Lord of the Rings nerds who really only had like the Hobbit movies to look forward to. Sorry. So you were kind of stuck after the Lord of the Rings trilogy and had nothing really all that interesting
and
going.
You sure as shit weren't going to play Lord of the Rings online. So.
You weren't going to play Lotro. and you wanted to get an awesome Lord of the Rings based RPG, and this was not quite it, but it was good enough. So by today's standard, it's very basic in its execution. So back then, it really was, it had all the tropes even back then, like that we use today. So like the light, medium, heavy attacks, the kind of openish world, bunch of side quests where we're just fetch quests where we're doing things, dialogue trees. It's all there. And it was very samey at that time. It just had the Lord of the Rings glaze on top of it. But what it kind of lacked in the novelty, made up for kind of in the satisfaction. Like you play the game and you're like, yeah, you know what? That does its job. It's a Lord of the Rings action RPG and it's highly forgettable. And it's set. So let me say it's been floating around for a while. Like you could still buy it. But it hasn't aged well. People forget about it. So Aspire, the folks who like to bring these old games back up, they've punched out an updated version, and it's still surprisingly adept at what it's trying to do. So whatever you thought about that original game, like Aspire's goal with this game, with a lot of their other ones, is to just get more people to play these old games. A little bit of preservation, but more so update the visuals. A little better resolution, resolution, textures, and some quality of life improvements. The game initially allowed you to choose between one of 3 characters and go forward, your own mini fellowship. But in this game, you can actually hop back and forth, like between the 3. So it doesn't matter who you choose. If you decide to switch back and forth in the gameplay, it actually kind of makes it much more accessible that way. It's almost game breaking in a weird way, but I kind of like it acknowledges you're not playing this game to like live and love this game. You're playing this game because you're like, oh, I missed it the first time around. Why not give it a shot now? And so that's kind of what this game is. I mean, it's broken from that standpoint because that wasn't initially a part of Lord of War in the North, but it's like, why not? So there's even like multiplayer thrown in. It's not a great game. There's still tons of jank. The hitboxes are off. Like the animations, I've had animations get like stuck, and I've had animations that I've had to wait to go through, especially on attacks, which can get pretty boring sometimes. And new games would not have that typically, but they've kind of left this in. Like they've done essentially that weird genre of a remaster where a devil, like they're going to keep as much as they can of this game, but they're going to flip the better visuals button, the switch, and they're going to gloss up those visuals or audio, and then they're going to lob in like one big change to make you be like, oh, they made a change to it, which is being able to flip through different players.
I think that if they remove the jank, it would actually be less endearing.
I completely agree. And so to me, it's and that's kind of why I think it's actually kind of cool. It's okay. And, for the preservation, I can appreciate bringing it to modern platforms, leaving that classic jank in there. And then for someone who just wants to plow through it and try something, it's like, it's not a game I'm going to force myself to sit down with and finish. And I'm not going to do a regular playthrough of this thing. I'm going to pick it up, play it, mess around with it, knock out a couple hours here and there, come back to it like maybe 3 or 4 months later. Maybe I'm on a trip, or maybe on an airplane. I'm like, oh, I haven't played this game for a little bit. It's still loaded on my Switch or my.
It's absolutely a lot of games I play that way. Where you're like, oh yeah, I still have that downloaded, huh?
And that's exactly in. And that's War in the North. Like again, it's not perfect by any means, but it is a game for preservation, and they've left the like you said, left the jank in, and that's it. That's all it is. It's really weird looking characters. By the way, you're not part of the actual fellowship. You are 3 different characters that are kind of side blasted in there, but it's whatever. It's fun. It's fine.
Solo optimized is such a threatening sentence. I don't like it.
Solo optimized, but that's all this game is. So if you're, if you had forgotten about this game, like 99.999% of the people have, hey, they brought it back. They cleaned it up a little bit, and they threw in an extra thing for you to check out.
Did they ruin the lighting? That's the.
Was there good lighting in this thing? I don't even know there was good lighting.
Compared to its original form. Taylor, bring up some side by side. I see you Googling over there.
He's doing side by side.
Not for this one. I don't think because I don't think I'm going to find it, first of all. But,
I've also been playing another action RPG, and I'm not finished with it yet, but I figure I'll do the video portion right now, and I'll do an appendix at the very end of my kind of my final thoughts. So, Mortal Shell 2. Interestingly enough, as we were joking around, Sam and JJ met on the SideQuest with Sam's Mortal Shell review back in like 2019, 2020. But I played that first game a bit. I think I played it on my Steam Deck. I played it on my Switch. Never got too far. I enjoyed the whole kind of shell idea of switching, capabilities that way. But a lot of the execution had issues. And if you go back and read Sam's review of it, I think it sums it up perfectly. But the sequel fixes all that. Like Mortal Shell 2 is solid. It's it's an accessible game in a weird way because of that. And it has the juice, man. It has the juice. And I'm like, okay, I've been playing on a Steam Deck. This bad boy over here. It's dark, so I had to really jack up the brightness because this game is dark, but for a reason, right?
Yeah.
But it still
GTA style, got a lamp over it.
Yeah, for sure. Like the whole purpose of this game is to like just go off, man. This is a video game ass video game. An action RPG ass action RPG. Developers know our time is important. They could have put a ton of like little content and a lot of things for us to fidget with, like all the different aspects that have kind of become bloat, I guess you could say, on a lot of action RPGs. But they're like, no, we got one or two strengths. We're just going to focus on making these better in this game and making them apparent. So the combat, like the brutality of this game are awesome. And don't worry as much about like the rest of the stuff. You don't even have to worry about like how to heal yourself. Just go and just slash people, right? We don't need the minutia. We just need solidity, and that's what this game's got. So there are times like I can feel OP when I'm playing it. Times that I'm getting completely obliterated, and then there's times where I have no fucking idea what I'm walking into, which is like 90% of the experience. But they're all good. So like I'll say it like this, right? Game starts off with a scene where you're walking into this cult. You're part of this cult. By the way, there's a lot of like cults in this game for some reason. And it's like Midsummer style cult. And there are more cults, right? There's tons of cults. I don't know how they pack so many cults in this, but we even dance in this cult. There's like a whole dance scene, which is really funny. It's sick. Then like after that's done, you walk into a tree. And then like there's exploding poison frog enemies and exploding zombie enemies. And then there's like a giant like skull that's eating a body and a boss that's like a shepherd, and it turns us into like these nightmare-inducing bipedal sheep. That Taylor was actually, he's like, hey, did you get to the goat or the sheep part? I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I got to that part. I'm like, oh shit, this is terrifying. This is bizarre. Like the game's constantly trying to top itself. Like it's always succeeding. It's like I had this mental note of how so the dev team finishes up something crazy. Like, oh, we got it. This is just bizarre. People are gonna fucking lose it when they see this. They're done. Let's celebrate. Let's go to someone's house and drink just a fuck ton of moonshine, do mushrooms, listen to like this Tool album or Perfect Circle album. They're looking do it all day and like, wait, I got a better idea. Oh, I got another, and then just get more and more over the top, and then they top it and they develop it and they pump it out, and then they're like, okay, on to the next idea in this game. Let's all get drunk and high and come up with something great. And that's kind of what they've been doing with Mortal Shell 2, because it just feels like it keeps getting more and more bonkers. I love it for that. It's just cool. Sometimes you just want like stuff that's constantly just going batshit crazy like that, and it looks so cool, and it like luckily the gameplay mechanism's good. It feels good. Like I'm not a fan of canned animations. I've just kind of spoken about it in a previous review for like big swings and like attacks and stuff because they can take time, but at least here the hitboxes are generous enough. Even at like some of the higher difficulties, I was kind of playing around with different difficulties here. I don't feel like I'm ever rushed in attacking just sort of like the minions of the overworld. When you get up to the bosses and some of the smaller bosses and stuff, you do have to time yourself a little better. But when you're just walking around the world doing stuff, you never feel like there's someone, like the game is unfairly balanced. Like you do feel like you have time to just swing a big ass sword or use a firearm. By the way, there's like a sidearm in this, which is pretty cool. I love to just peg off the the frog enemies will explode and spit out poison gas everywhere, and it's just a really funny gameplay visual. But it's all pretty efficient. So yeah, game has all the vibes that I want. It's got good vibes, dark evil vibes, what the fuck is going on vibes. But so yeah, by sticking to those vibes, I think, you know, they're not over inflating stuff. They're really just kind of unlocking, I guess maybe is a better way to say the game experience. It's so much better for it. So like I said, I don't know if I'm specifically going to remember Mortal Shell 2, but I'm going to remember what it feels like to play it. And I think that's a really good, it's a good thing to go on when you've got a game that you're like, I don't remember the points of the game, but I remember what it feels like to really get into this game. So like kudos, like again, wasn't like the biggest fan of the first one. It was just kind of there, but boy, did they hit it out of the park with this one. So I am not a Souls-like guy by any means. You've seen my stories of my Elden Ring issues and not figuring out how to do the tutorial. They don't even care about a tutorial in this. They're like, hey, you have sword, go hit people, and that's it. And I'm like, I get it, I understand, that's all I needed, and it's good.
Yeah,
so.
If I remember my Mortal Shell 1 review, it definitely has some issues. I remember one section where it like gasses you for no other reason other than we want to make it difficult for you to get back to where you're normally at. But it always, like, to its credit, even without needing to review it, it is one of the only like Souls-like experiences that I've ever finished and been like, oh, I could see myself going back in there and like, you know, finding one more shell or you know, one more spell or something like that. So yeah, I don't know if you and you know, I don't want to get kicked in the mouth by the community. I wouldn't call it like, you know, an easier version of those games, but it is a more like learning one where it feels like a little bit more fair and like, you know, you're gonna be seeing that, you're gonna be going this way. So it's like figure it out. Like I
said, I think the game the game does its couple things really well. Like it really does focus on the feel of the gameplay and the brutality, and the world is designed so that you're always sort of moving forward. There is some like open world, I don't want to say open worldish, but there is some like exploration stuff you can do, but it really is meant to kind of keep you moving forward. I'm at like the 16 or 17 hour mark. I think I'm getting pretty close to the end of the game. I found myself, like, I looked up the other night after we got done playing Agent 64, took Mortal Shell and sat on the couch at was like 10:30 whenever we got done playing, and the next thing I know, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh shit, I just been playing Mortal Shell for like 2.5 hours or 3 hours on a Friday night without even noticing time going by, because I felt like I was always accomplishing something. Yeah, I lost a couple times. My guy got, you know, murdered, and I had to go back and find all the gloom and the coins and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's I think it's fair as a good way of saying it. It's a fair game. It understands your time. It can still get pretty difficult and challenging, but it's designed in a way to it gives you those tools. So yeah, fun game. I'm very surprised by it. Like I said, I'm not a Souls-like guy, but JJ, you're gonna end this by lifting us up.
Can I take you higher? Yeah. Here, this one grabbed my interest because there was a very specific line in its description that was like, ooh, created by a former Disney Imagineer, that this game is called Lifted. It is a action adventure platforming puzzle-ish game. Its influences are 100%. It is a Rayman game. Okay. I know I'm not just saying that because he has no arms. Ari has no arms. It has that Rayman 1 style 2D platforming that kind of shifts perspective as you're going along, swinging and jumping and punching and but it's also Back to the Future / Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure in terms of its storytelling. It is a time travel 80s buddy movie told through 2D side-scrolling platformer. So that's a lot to take in, I understand. But it's a pretty simple, straightforward game. It's really well written.
Okay.
Clearly, the soul of the game was sort of in its concept. Like the characters are all really likable. It's very these two share a very Doc and Marty relationship with one another.
They have that visual style in a way too.
Yeah. It's very 80s. It's got a little Indiana Jones. Everything in it is. Yeah.
I love that.
And you know, the gameplay's fine, but by the time you get to the end of it, it doesn't really iterate upon itself. It just kind of like by the time you get to the end, you're like, yeah, I've been doing this for a few hours. Like luckily the story is kind of entertaining enough, and seeing the new locations, because the gimmick is that it's a time traveling elevator, hence lifted. And each floor in quotes is another time. So like, you start off in like ancient Egypt, and then you'll find yourself in like the 1700s Tortuga doing Pirates of the Caribbean shit and stuff like that. So like the thing that keeps pushing you forward is wanting to see like how they introduce the next time frame, and like how the platforming is going to play into that. And and it's fine. It's competent. It's good. It's a freshman effort. This is their first game. And visually and story, I think it's phenomenal. I just wish there was kind of more to the game itself, but it's not bad. I mean, and it's not long. So like, if it was any longer, it would probably like really start to grind on you, because like I said, by the time you get to the end, you're like, yeah, they don't have any fun with the boss fights. There's like some big bosses and stuff, and Stefan and I were talking about this because he picked it up too, and it's just like by the time you get, there's some boss fights in there, man, where you're just like, man, you could have really played with the landscape a little more, and they just didn't. And it's disappointing, but also like, I'm judging it on what it's not. So it's kind of like, that's not what their intention was. They didn't want to do that, obviously, but
it's like, or you're reading into it information that we can't actually properly ascertain. Like, did they want to and had to not? Did they intentionally not? We don't know.
We don't know, but overall, it's a really, really charming, enjoyable game. You don't see a lot of people like aping like early Rayman stuff, so that like Rayman 1 stuff. So that was fun for me, seeing that, going that instead of just like a 3D platformer or a straight 2D platformer. So yeah, I dig that. I wish I would have written it down. It had a better original name than Lifted, but but
curious what that was. Yeah,
I you know what? I'm gonna vamp for a second. Talk about the game some more.
Yeah.
I mean, even the voice acting is really good in this one. I feel bad for him because he went and did a Reddit AMA about the game, and
Ari Buck 2 and the Anytime Elevator.
There you go. Thank you.
Nice.
Because in the game, the elevator is called the Anytime Elevator. It's very, very way back machine from Mr. Peabody.
I feel like even Anytime Elevator would have like done it.
Yeah, because that's what it's called in the game. Ari, that's the main character. That's the Marty McFly character's name. He's a slacker who gets swept up in this wacky inventors scheme, and then there's like other time traveling archaeologists.
Of course,
it's great. It's very the story is more than enough, I think, for price of entry, really. So yeah, love it. I mean, I love it for what it is. It's very quaint. I like these kinds of little experiences. Like, even if I'm not completely like sold on the platforming as a whole. It's like it's still good. It's not like it's broken. It's not like it's frustrating. It's just disappointing. So yeah,
cool. Lifted. It's only on Steam and Epic Games right now, right?
Correct.
So it looks like it'd be a fun console game too, like on a big OLED or something.
I was saying that I felt bad for the guy because he did a Reddit AMA, and he even says, I am a former Disney Imagineer who's releasing his first game. Ask me anything. And
oh boy,
every question is just about what's it like being an Imagineer.
Like, I'm a former one. Sam, what have you been playing that you can talk about, or if you want to just
that I can talk about. Let me load up Steam here so I don't get any names wrong, because I've just been calling it New Stardew Valley, and it's so much
Fields of Mistria.
Hey, yeah, Fields of Mysteria.
Hey.
Not Mysteria, Mistria.
Mistria. Great.
Your farming license is revoked.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've been putting way too much time into that. If I wasn't on this call right now, I'd probably be playing that. My wife is guaranteed to be playing that right now. So it's been an addiction for the household. Yes, Fields of Mistria. I don't know if you guys actually. I know Taylor.
I know several folks.
I know several people that are playing it. I hope you have chosen your respective waifu. This version of the game that you're seeing here is so foreign to me right now.
Dude, I
can't fathom this amount of farming.
This is 1.0, man. 1.0,
but they do have that much. I have that much crap in my house. It's incredible. To call it like both like Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, and what's the original Stardew Valley?
Harvest Moon.
Harvest Moon, thank you. All in one incredible package. And it lets you do all the nonsense that you would just normally do by playing multiple game playthroughs in just one playthrough with friendship, because it respects your time. And also understands that they would want to do that. So why wouldn't you want to do that? I sure hope they add updates later. I do not understand why no one at the market on Saturdays is dateable. What is wrong with you?
Dude, some of those characters are so good.
Yeah.
Design-wise.
Conversations are great. You know, it is interesting playing it alongside my wife, because, you know, we're talking about like the developing of relationships. It does the weird like persona thing where it's like, oh, you've become closer friends with this person. Here's the thing that you only get when you're closer friends to this person, or like a quicker version of it.
Yeah.
So it's just it is the crack cocaine of that style game right now, and I highly recommend it.
It was really interesting. My wife, Stardew Valley, if we're talking about games the last like 15 years, is probably the only thing that she has truly sunk her teeth into. That and Animal Crossing on Switch. But I showed her Fields of Mistria, and she's like, she saw it out of the corner of her eye. I was like, oh, what? She saw the similarity to Stardew Valley, and then I showed her it, and she was like, I just want to play Stardew Valley. Thanks, so. It was like it hit so many of the same notes. And what's interesting is that I think for people that kind of have gone through everything that Stardew Valley has to offer, even the new patches of Stardew like don't really mix up enough for it to be different. But Fields of Mystery is interesting to me because I think it's a game where, yes, if you've never played Stardew, I think there's plenty of things to be interested in. But for people that have played a lot of Stardew, it does enough things differently that it endears itself.
Yeah. My only real complaint is that there's not co-op right now. And I hope they add that at some point.
It took a long time for it to make it into Stardew.
It sure did. And, you know, There's also arguments to be had that maybe the days by default are too short, and I'm somebody
Aren't they just that in real life, right?
Well, yeah, and they have an option to extend them, but I don't know if it disables achievos, but it makes me feel like it does. It's somebody who doesn't even care about achievements or whatever they're even called on Steam. It's real good. Yeah, and then even for people that I feel like Stardew with like mod support and stuff like that, can become basically whatever game like you want it to. I just think there's a lot of people that don't want to bother with all of that and have, as you pointed out, like exhausted all of the content that they've seen in this.
Yeah.
And at the very least, it's a palette swap and a movement swap. Like there's a jump button.
Yeah.
So much so that there's a line of dialogue early with a sign or something that's like, remember there's a jump button.
Yeah, don't forget to jump.
Yeah, don't forget to jump. And I was like, oh, you're so right. I could do that the whole time. I saw those little like puddles in the ocean or whatever. And I'm like, how do I get there? I don't got to ride there. I could just swim to them. Unbelievable.
I played it early access 2 years ago and I completely fucking forgot.
Well, now it's available to be a game of the year, so you can actually do that if you
Let's go.
Probably
it'll be up there, but it probably won't be at the top.
It's the problem that this summer became like the summer of like game of the year stuff. I feel like there's a lot of hard game of the year stuff that came out this summer. And of course
Halo campaign evolved.
Yeah.
I was going to say the 3.2 update of Zenless Zone Zero that I know everybody is out here playing, and I believe the 3.3 video, our live stream is going to be later this week.
Genshin Impact just had their big update.
Excited.
Sam, you'll be interested to know that yesterday night I booted up Zenless for the first time.
Bam, 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 bam.
Why, JJ?
I don't know. I saw
because
it.
Because he likes good games.
Oh, man.
I'm trying to get the real answer here, Sam. Do you mind?
I don't know how you put my referral code in, but you should do it. You should find it and do it.
Okay. I don't know. I saw it on a screen somewhere, and Sam's voice was in my head. I remember him buying the Jane Doe jacket, and then I just said, you know what? I'll check out Zenless, and then
my wife has
like
the Jane Doe jacket. I have the Miyabi jacket.
Well,
I go to New York City earlier this summer just to buy Zenless merch at a pop-up? Yes, I did. Yeah. Did I contemplate going to Anime NYC earlier this week? Or, I guess earlier today to buy Zenless merch? Yes, I did.
Damn.
Love it.
Zenless is so good. It's got banger music. Just go listen to the soundtrack. They release a brand new song based on like S-rank characters, like every other character. They have an idol group called Angels of Delusion that have 5 tracks that I would argue 3 of them are absolute bangers. Highly recommend everything about it. Go play Zenless Zone Zero and figure out how you give me they're not called primogens. That's
Genshin.
That's Genshin. What are they called?
You're mixing streams now.
Yeah.
Sam just lost in the Hoyo hole.
Yeah, the Hoyo hole.
Hoyo, if you got like a shooter or a Stardew Valley type you got coming out soon, you let me know. Because that's apparently what I want to play. Oh, that's the other thing. I guess we did you sent us codes for the COD beta.
Yeah. Yep. Played a little bit of that.
Play some of that.
Yeah. What do you think?
It made me remember that I'm still good at shooters, even though I've turned 30.
Wow, this guy how are you able to stay in the frame there with your cat bag?
I didn't bring up any of the scores during our arena's Ages 64 talk earlier.
True.
But it's fun. It's definitely fun. It takes away some of the more like futuristic movement that's been in some of the more modern ones. It does still feel like a very competent shooter, and time to death is very quick still. I did like they had a gunfight mode. Well, they've added arena to Call of Duty a while ago. I can't tell you which one it was, but they had a 10v10 gunfight where it was you got different gun setups every 2 modes, every third round you got a different gun setup, and it changed the map layout. And the way that they have this new map set up is they've got a bunch of different pieces. I'm sure they'll add more. I'm not sure how many there are now, but it chooses 3 randomly, throws them as like an A, B, and C together. And then, 10v10 spawn on different sides, and it's 1 kill deaths to force each other then to come at each other. And it's a random gun type, so somebody can't just be OP with the sniper rifle or whatever they're really good at. And I thought that game type was very interesting. And then, of course, like the normal Call of Duty headquarters, team deathmatch, kill confirmed. They had a banking one that was interesting.
The banking one was, I actually like that one. Yeah.
Where like when you killed somebody, they dropped like 10 grand. But as you got more kills and didn't die, you became more of a high value target. When you died, depending on how well you were doing and how far the game was along, you dropped a percentage of your money. So eventually some person could be worth like a couple $1,000. Or I don't know what the scaling was, but can be worth a lot of money as just a high value target that you want to get knocked down and collect the money. But maybe sometimes it'd be smart to split your money across people. So if you die in a team fight, you're not immediately just down half the game. Because I played one game where we killed the high value target, and all of a sudden we won 20 seconds later because he was holding all of the money for that team. So strategies are going to be interesting there. I don't know if that's something that people latch onto. There was the single player. I played through some of that.
I played that as well.
Call of Duty in the trenches. If you like trench warfare, I guess there's that.
Yeah, it's I'm very curious to see. I think they're dropping the Switch 2 beta next weekend, so I'm curious to see how it functions. We're
finally getting. It's how many years ago did they announce the Nintendo is getting
4 years ago? Whenever it was,
I bet you it will run better than people are expecting.
Oh, for sure.
Do you think it's Switch 2? Do you think there's a 60 or a 40 FPS mode?
No, neither. I think 30 FPS is what they're. I think they said 6. Would they say 60 FPS for the multiplayer is what they're aiming for?
I was going to say, I think people will be surprised.
30 in single player.
If they're doing crossplay, I would be shocked if they don't achieve 60. Now, how they achieve 60, we'll see maybe. But
Vaseline that camera up.
It goes back to the GTA conversation. There are people that only buy like 4 games in their entire game cycle lifetime. It's whatever iteration of GTA is available on that console and whatever iterations of Call of Duty and whatever sport they're into. So there are definitely people that bought a Switch 2 that didn't have a Switch, or that only had a Switch and not another console, that are going, sick, I get to play Call of Duty now. I'm interested in trying that. If I could somehow get a beta code for that one too, that should be interesting. But I would be very surprised if that thing doesn't run at a decently stable, if not locked 60 when it's fully out on Switch 2.
Cool. Taylor, you got anything?
We already talked about Fields of Mistria and Agent 64. I hopped on my first game night for Big Walk. I did not have a chance to play that before. I won't rehash too much of it, but it's also a very particular experience kind of game. So it is very good. I hope that you have friends that you can play it with, and I'll kind of just leave it at that, because everybody's experience is going to be unique. It's going to be particular, and it's going to be specific to what you and the people that you're playing with experience in that moment. So, me relating it to you will effectively mean nothing.
I think the one thing that we can say about it this week was that Zero got so heated he got a little mouthy.
That must have happened after
he apologized in the Discord. Zero, we love you.
And that was after
we love you.
There may have been some cheating afoot, but not amongst anybody in this chat. I will say. I will say, just because I did in fact talk about it with Zero, is I think my favorite moment from the last time we played is we unlocked that ski lift, and I was behind Taylor and Aaron on the ski lift because they just hopped on and were like, later. and I just hopped on the one behind them and just went out for a ride. And I couldn't tell like what you guys were talking about in the chat. I could hear you guys, but I couldn't tell what you guys were talking about. But I could tell you guys were having a good time, and that was just like making me smile. I was like, "Oh, they're having a good time! Yay, friends!" And then I was like looking at everything around. It was so nice.
It's what's interesting to me is that it's the together but apart, the video game where like your friends are all nearby. You don't have to be directly next to each other to enjoy those moments. Like there was a puzzle where actually it turned out not to be the same puzzle. We thought there was a potential it could be. We split up into like 4 and 4 or 4 and 5 or whatever. 4 people were doing this one thing. We thought that there was a chance that this house might be related, but it required 4 people to push all the buttons, and so we all hung out there. And it was this thing of like separate but together, you know, where you've got 9 people playing the same game, but you're not all together. And then we later came to find out that the 4 other people figured out their puzzle. Ours, we didn't, because they weren't related at all. And we said, fuck this, and left. But those I think are like the hallmark moments. Now, the other thing about Big Walk that from what I understand is that it works the puzzles essentially scale within number of people that you have, which is a fascinating bit of game design to me. So the thing that one of the things that's interesting, separate from the gameplay, is that and it has a day-night cycle. At night is really, really dark. It's very and so like
it's like almost frightening dark,
almost scary dark. And part of the reason for that is lighting. Like lighting is actually important for puzzles and things like that. They have a bunch of items that can act as light sources. There's a flashlight. There's glowing balls of various colors and things like that. And what's interesting is that it runs on Steam Deck, but it also, like, I'm running it on pretty good hardware, not like a 5090, but like high end, I would describe it. And it pushes like my graphics card like to 100% utilization because of the lighting, and it looks, from a fidelity perspective, better at night because of how good the shadows are.
Yeah, the shadows are so good.
It was just really interesting that, like, you know, the puzzles are, and you could, this is almost like the Sonic Frontiers argument, where there's set pieces that are just kind of like plopped down, and I'm sure that that's not the case. There's clear intentionality that you go through zones and you activate certain things, and then you go to the next kind of like tower to move on, and the puzzles progress. But you know, like, you go to the top of the hill and you're like, oh, there's we called one of them like the jungle gym. It's like, oh, there's the fucking jungle gym puzzle, and you look over there and it's like, it's just like another thing there. And so part of it is ignorance, because, like I said, my first time I ever played it was this past Wednesday. But it's clearly a very special game.
Yeah, it is.
And then the last thing, I've been playing Pathogenic. Anybody pick up Pathogenic?
No, I've never picked it up. I've heard, I know of it, but
I think it's good. Little like you know, the overused term roguelike. I mean, it's a run based twin stick shooter. And so you play as like a foreign pathogen inside a human body, and so it's a scientist in a lab, and their leg gets cut, so you start in the skin, and then you have to like go to the the intestines, and then the stomach, and then the liver, and then the heart, and then so eventually the goal is I haven't beaten it yet, so I'm guessing the goal is to get to the brain. But there's background progression, you unlock currencies so that you can make certain different types of pathogens stronger from the run, and then you also get different items during the run, like you have organelles that can augment weapons and things like that. But I think what was it, like $7? I think
it's $10 on Steam currently.
I think it was like the release special
introductory offer.
Yeah, maybe I got it for $7 or $8.
I'm glad Osmosis Jones finally got a movie. Or got
it's a lot of fun though. Like, runs go anywhere from like 20 to 45 minutes ish. But obviously I haven't beaten it yet, so it could.
Sounds like something I'd like.
I think that you would. It's a lot of fun, and that's the last thing I've been playing.
I have I got one more thing that I've been playing, and I got a quick story of something else I'm going to do. But I played I'm in the Duskbloods demo, or whatever, the network test. And hey, you're testing out that network, because the first test, like, they have these sessions. The way that they've been doing them is they're like a 3-hour session or 4-hour session, whatever it is. And I think it was Friday nights was busted, but Saturday mornings works. I got into that one. And I got into actually the one tonight, which is going on right now. I think tonight's maybe the last one. I'm gonna hop into that too. But I played yesterday morning, and essentially what they've done, the way the game has been playing, it was really solid and I was playing in handheld mode, really solid from a wireless standpoint, connection standpoint. But they've Splatoonified. And I'll tell you what, Splatoonified these online action RPG live service stuff. And what I mean by that is
they Splatoonified my live action.
There are 4. So I talked a little bit about From Software, Elden Ring type stuff. There is like a whole like frontal tutorial area that you have to go through, which is pretty funny.
That you fucked up immediately.
But then you have then you go into the lobby. And which is like sort of like a house type of thing. It's kind of cool. But there are 4 modes, or there are 4 rounds in each match rounds. And each round the first 3 rounds you're collecting what they're called virtue. And you could do that, and you can do that by taking out other players. There's like different goals in each of these 3 rounds. You can find stuff. You can open up lore. And I don't know. There was only 1 map available. I don't know how many maps are going to be. I think like 3 or more or something like that. But I know in this specific map, they had a bunch of objectives that we could do, and I think there's going to be more available afterwards. But you go through these objectives, you collect the virtue, and then the top 3 players in the final round face off against each other. It's like 1v1v1 type of thing. And so the first, like, I've won. I won a match by not killing anybody until that final round, because I just went around and examined stuff, did some adventuring, did some little objectives here and there. And then I'm like, oh shit, yeah, there are other players here that are doing the same thing, or they're trying to take each other out. Sometimes there's like, you have to go after a specific person. That'll be like an objective you have to do. So it's cool. For like the hour or so that I've played of it, it felt pretty solid. I don't know Souls likes, but I liked what I played. It's a Dolly like, I guess is a weird way to say it. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It was solid enough where I'm confident it'll release this year, because the game looked pretty polished from what I played in this network test. And typically the network test on Nintendo stuff has been like, here's a network test. The game comes out in a month. So I could see this game launching in end of September, beginning of October time. It's like sometime in October, more than likely, is what we'll get. They're just trying to get everything out before Grand Theft, before Ocarina of Time, and then whatever Rockstar has on their thing in November. So, but I think this is October. I think is when we'll get it, and it felt pretty good. So I'm curious to really dive into that. So yeah. And then the last thing, I mentioned a story. This is a funny story. I had to go at a bunch of crap that I was trying to drop off at Best Buy, like just stuff that I was returning, and stuff that I was recycling. I was recycling a bunch of old phones and tech and cords, and so I'm cleaning out my house like crazy. And I had to return the Pokemon Lego sets with the smart bricks. I bought them for my nephews, realizing no, the basic ones that are smart brick don't actually come with the smart brick. The all-in-one comes with the smart brick. And brothers, I wasn't about to spend like $70 like 4 times for these boys. I bought 2 $30 sets for them, and I had to return them. So I go to Best Buy yesterday morning. I was already out like doing some stuff. I'm like, let me roll to Best Buy at like 10 o'clock. I know they open at 10. So I walk into the store, and there's a massive line in this store, like wrapped all the like halfway around the building.
Was that today or yesterday?
That was yesterday. I'm like,
okay, so I know why.
Well, yeah. Come to find out, Best Buy's 60th birthday, and they were selling a $100 gift card for $60, and everybody was in line for that. I'm like, oh shit, oh sure, I'll do it. $100, $40. I shop at Best Buy way too much, anyways. I'll do that. It's like basically free money, right? So I get in line, and the guy, before I got in the line, the one guy at the door was like, just giving you a heads up, we only have like 50 or 60 total per store. So I'm like, all right, whatever. It was like 10:02. I'm like, whatever happens, happens. So I got in line. I had my stuff with me that I had to return anyways. So I'm in line, and I'm maybe like 6 people away. Again, I was there already anyways, and I may be like 6 people away, and the guy's like, all right, everybody, gift cards are sold out, the special. And so everybody leaves, and like the whole line clears out, and it's like me and like 2 other people left in the store. I'd never seen like a stampede go the other way. I'm like, oh, all right, whatever. So I go to pay or bring my stuff to return, and they're like, you want the Pokemon cards, right? I'm like, the what? They're like, yeah, it was either the gift card, you could get the gift card, and you could get Pokemon cards. And I'm like, you guys have Pokemon cards here? Like, for real? Like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. I'll take a pack. He hands me 4 packs. They were selling 4 packs for customers. These were like $4 each. So they had them on sale for $4. I was like, all right. I think $16 total was these 4 packs. So I got 4 Pokemon card packs for $16. Almost got a $60 gift card. $100 gift card for $60, but I'm going to open up one of these packs. That's where this long ass story was going.
Yeah. A few weeks ago, there was a big line at Best Buy for Pitch Black when that came out,
and that's what this is, Pitch Black. Yeah,
because they're the only ones that are allowed to sell them at
the retail cost.
Cost, because I talked to the gal that was working at the GameStop that same day, and she was like, "Yeah, we haven't sold any of our boxes because we are not corporate does not allow us to sell them at retail."
Really?
And
we jack that price up.
Yeah, and we have an exclusive card, like we're going to give away a card. He said,
"Oh, that's right."
But it doesn't even have the GameStop logo on it, so it's like the Best Buy has the same card, so even that's not saving us. So we just got a shit ton of Pitch Black for way too much money.
All right, Bronzor.
Okay,
there's the camera. Bronzor.
I hate that guy. I don't like his look.
Yeah, Poltergeist.
I do like that one.
Charge-a-Bug. I was a Charge-a-Bug.
Minecraft ass bug.
Yeah, Minecraft ass bug.
Battery bug.
Nickit.
Yeah.
Cute little
swiper, no swiping.
Yeah. Dark Bell. Got a Dark Bell there. I like this camera. It's actually way better than my previous one. Banette.
I do like Banette.
Good art.
Yeah. Oh, Bronzong. There's the
Bronzong. You got an evolution. There you go.
And the evolution. I got Primarina.
Ooh, reverse hollow Primarina. Okay.
Reverse. I got Inkay.
Squid bitch.
Oh, I got Chi-Yu. Look at that nice little card, Chi-Yu. Actually, I like the little art.
That's your rare. That's
my rare-ish card.
It's a goldfish, and it sucks.
Yes, lightning. Let's go.
Lightning. I don't know the value of any of these cards. I don't care.
Congrats on your rare. Yeah. It's a fish, and it sucks.
Yeah,
it looks like a really nasty.
Hey, it's valuable if you like it, Tally.
Yeah,
it's valuable if you like. I don't.
Not all of us. Not all of us can. Not all of us can pull $1,000 Lord of the Rings Hobbit cards.
Yeah, I don't spend that much, unfortunately. But anyways, that was my my Best Buy story. And I proceeded to picked up my ordered my Marvel Token while I was in this call with you guys from Best Buy because I had the $40 gift card from a work health thing. So
I was going to get those sales numbers to 1 million.
I'm going to help them get to 1 million, guys. I'm going to help them get to 1 million.
You.
But you can help us get to 1 million by hitting like and subscribe. The old SideQuest podcast. You can find us at SideQuesting.com, SideQuesting TV, YouTube, and Twitch. Hop into the Discord. Do the Patreon thing. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, JJ. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Taylor. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, lovely readers, viewers, listeners on the side there. There's going to be lots of games that we're reviewing. Stuff's popping all week long. I have like other review things I'm doing too. I have a board game I got to get to. it's gonna be hot and heavy these next few weeks. So get ready for
I got
hashtag.
PAX.
JJ's got PAX in 2 weeks. Yeah, good luck out there, buddy.
It's that time again.
Good luck out there. But it reminds me, I got to design that award, the PAX award. But I was gonna do Jimothy, and then I'm like, everyone's doing Jimothy. Jimothy is it's over with Jimothy.
We're still big fans of Jimothy here, but it would be rather cliche to do that. So.
At that point, yeah. If Jimothy had happened like this week, then that would be good. But with that, SideQuesting.com. We'll see you. Bye, everybody. Take care. Peace, love, all the good stuff. Bye-bye.